Jenny went to the lake. She went to the lake with her dad. It was a big lake. It was a big blue lake. It had a lot of water in it. It had a lot of fish in it. Big fish were in the lake. Little fish were in the lake. Jenny didn't see any fish. "I don't see any fish. Where are the fish, Daddy?" she asked. "They're swimming around. They're looking for food," her dad said. Dad put a worm on a hook. "Does the hook hurt the worm?" Jenny asked. "No, the hook doesn't hurt the worm," her dad said. "How do you know?" she asked. "How do I know?" her dad asked. "Well, the worm doesn't say anything, so I guess the hook doesn't hurt it." Jenny said, "But how can the worm say anything, Daddy? The worm can't talk." Mark heard a noise. What was the noise? It was a steady noise. It wasn't a loud noise. It was a steady, quiet noise. He opened his apartment door. He looked outside. A painter was next door. A painter was spray painting a fence. He was spray painting the fence next door. He was spray painting the fence white. Mark walked downstairs. He walked over to his car. His car was dark blue. He looked for tiny white spots on his dark blue car. He didn't see any tiny white spots. He got into his car. He drove it out to the street. He parked his car on the street. He went back upstairs. The painter finished painting the fence. Mark went out to his car. He saw big white spots on his blue car. He looked up in the tree. He saw a big black bird in the tree. Donna got dressed. It was cold outside. She put on a warm jacket. She put on a warm hat. She put on some warm gloves. She walked outside. It was cold. She could see her breath. She could see everyone's breath. She walked to the corner. She went to the house on the corner. She knocked on the door. Mrs. White opened the door. "Hi, Donna," she said. "Come in, dear. It's so cold outside. Let me make you a cup of hot chocolate." Donna went in. She drank 2 cups of hot chocolate. Then she said goodbye to Mrs. White. She walked to the next corner. She went to the house on the corner. She knocked on the door. Mrs. Brown opened the door. "Hi, Donna," she said. "Come in, dear. It's so cold outside. Let me make you a cup of hot chocolate." Donna said, "Oh, thank you, Mrs. Brown." Lulu couldn't find her favorite book. Her favorite book was about a cat. The name of the cat was Meow. The name of the book was How is Meow? Lulu asked her mom, "Mommy, where is my Meow book? Where is How is Meow?" Her mom didn't know. "Where did you leave it? Do you remember where you left it? Lulu didn't remember. I don't remember, she said. They looked in the kitchen. They looked in the living room. They looked in the bedroom. They couldn't find her favorite book. That night Lulu got ready for bed. She brushed her teeth. She put on her pajamas. She got into bed. She put her hand under her pillow. She felt something under her pillow. "Mommy," she yelled, "I found my book. I found How is Meow. It was under my pillow. Come read it to me, please." Adam was doing his homework. He stopped doing his homework. He was bored. He didn't like homework. "Dad, what happens when we die?" Adam asked. "You will go to heaven," Dad said. "Does everyone go to heaven?" Adam asked. "No, only good people go to heaven," Dad said. "What is heaven like?" Adam asked. "It is a happy place," Dad said. "Everyone is happy. Everyone is your friend. Everyone likes you. You like everyone." He told Adam to be polite. He told Adam to be honest. "If you are polite and honest, you will go to heaven," Dad said. Adam said, "I want to go to heaven. I will be polite and honest." Dad said there was one more thing. Adam had to do one more thing to go to heaven. "What's that?" Adam asked. "If you want to go to heaven, you have to do your homework," Dad said. It was Ellen's 12th birthday. Ellen was 12 years old. Her mom took her shopping. They went shopping at the mall. "You can pick out a dress. You can pick out a pretty dress," Mom said. "I will pick out a pretty blue dress," Ellen said. They went into J.C. Penney. J.C. Penney sells lots of dresses. Ellen saw a blue dress that she liked. "I like that dress, Mom," she said. She took the dress into the dressing room. She put on the dress. It fit her well. She walked out of the dressing room. "The dress fits you well," said Mom. "Can I have it?" Ellen asked. "Of course you can have it, dear. It's your birthday present," said Mom. "But it's not on sale," said Ellen. "We always buy everything on sale." "It's your birthday, dear. On your birthday, we can pay full price," said Mom. Cindy's teacher was Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones was old, but she didn't walk slow. She walked fast. She didn't have white hair. She had black hair. She wasn't bent over. Her back was straight. All the students liked Mrs. Jones. They especially liked her on Friday. On Friday, she brought cookies to class. She gave cookies to all the students. The cookies were delicious. All the students liked the cookies. All the students ate the cookies. Today was Friday. Mrs. Jones gave cookies to all the students. All the students said, "Thank you." Then they ate the cookies. But Cindy didn't eat her cookie. Mrs. Jones asked, "Why aren't you eating your cookie, Cindy?" She said, "I'm not eating my cookie because I will take it home. I will share it at home with my sister." Mrs. Jones said, "You're so sweet. Here's a cookie for your sister." "Don't call me honey anymore," Fanny said. "Okay, honey," Rich said. "I mean it," she said. "Don't call me honey. Don't call me sugar. Don't call me sweetie." Rich was confused. "I am confused, darling," he said. "Why can't I call you honey? Why can't I call you sugar? Why can't I call you sweetie?" Fanny said, "Because you used to call your ex-wife those names. When you call me those names, I think of your ex-wife. When I think of your ex-wife, I get angry. So don't make me angry." Rich was still confused. "But what can I call you, darling?" Fanny said, "Don't call me darling either. Call me Fanny." "Yes, dear," said Rich. Fanny said, "Dear? Don't call me dear either. Call me Fanny. My name is Fanny." Rich said, "I don't want to call you Fanny. I want to call you something special." The teacher walked into the classroom. He said, "Good evening, everybody." The students said, "Good evening, teacher." He walked over to his desk. He put his briefcase on his desk. He opened his briefcase. He took his notebook out of his briefcase. He took his books out of his briefcase. Suddenly he felt dizzy. The room was spinning. He sat down. What was wrong with him? He put his hands on the desk. The desk was spinning. He closed his eyes. He opened his eyes. He didn't know what to do. What was wrong? He was sitting in his chair, but he felt like he was floating in air. How could he be floating in air? He sat in his chair for another minute. His students were talking to one another. They did not know how he felt, but he didn't tell them how he felt. He didn't say anything. She lived in New York City. He lived in Los Angeles. They were in love. "I feel so lonely," she said. She was crying. "Your family is in Los Angeles. You have your brothers. You have your sisters. You have your parents. Who do I have? I don't have anyone. I don't have any brothers. I don't have any sisters. My parents are in China. I come home to my apartment every night. No one tells me hello. No one gives me a hug. No one gives me a kiss. I have a big, empty apartment. I hate it. It's so big. It's so empty." She cried some more. She blew her nose. "When are you moving here?" she asked. He said, "My boss won't let me move there for another 6 months. My boss won't let me move there now." She said, "Who is more important, your boss or me?" Evelyn had a cat. Her cat's name was Red. Red was a red cat. Red liked to chase things. He chased balls. He chased butterflies. He chased squirrels. Evelyn had a yard. A tree was in the middle of her yard. A squirrel lived in the tree. Red climbed the tree. He saw the squirrel. The squirrel saw Red. The squirrel raised its tail. It chattered at Red. It said, "Click, click, click." It told Red to go away. "This is my tree," the squirrel said. "Get out of my tree." Red didn't understand the squirrel. Red didn't speak squirrel. Red was a cat. He spoke cat. Red said, "Meow, meow, meow." He said, "Let's play. I will chase you, then you will chase me." The squirrel chattered some more. "Leave me alone, you crazy cat. Go play with the other cats," it said. "How far away is the moon?" Chris asked his dad. His dad said that was a good question. He said the moon was not as far away as the sun. "How far away is the sun?" Chris asked. His dad said that was a good question. He said the sun was farther away than the moon. "Did you have to learn this in school?" Chris asked. Dad said, "Yes, I had to learn this in school." Chris asked, "But you forgot it?" Dad said, "Yes, I forgot it." Chris asked, "Why did you forget it?" Dad said, "I forgot it because it isn't important." Chris asked, "If it isn't important, why are we learning it?" His dad said that was a good question. He said, "You're learning it because your teacher thinks it's important." Chris asked, "Can't you call my teacher? Can't you tell her that this isn't important?" Tim called Howard. Tim needed help. He needed help with his golf swing. He had a bad golf swing. He was a bad golfer. Howard had a good golf swing. He was a good golfer. "Will you help me improve my golf swing?" Tim asked. "Yes, I'll help you improve your golf swing," said Howard. "Why do you want to improve it?" Tim said, "My boss thinks I'm a good golfer. He wants to play golf with me next week." "Next week?" asked Howard. "You want to improve your golf swing by next week? I can't help you." "Why can't you help me?" asked Tim. "Because you have a bad golf swing. It will take many weeks to improve your golf swing," said Howard. "But I only have 1 week," Tim said. Howard told Tim to pray for rain next week. "Okay, I'll pray for rain," said Tim. I went to Century 21 today. Century 21 is a popular clothing store. Many people shop there. Many people buy clothes there. It has many bargains. It has bargain prices. It sells clothes at bargain prices. Today I bought a winter cap. I can pull the cap down over my ears. It will keep my ears warm in the winter. I bought a pair of leather gloves. They will keep my hands warm in the winter. I bought a pair of boots. They will keep my feet warm in the winter. I paid $170 for the cap, gloves, and boots. The regular price was $355. I saved $185. I love that store. I tell my husband to shop there. I tell my kids to shop there. I tell my friends to shop there. Century 21 is always crowded. It is never empty. Everyone loves that store. Lisa liked to visit her friends. All her friends had pets. Her friends had dogs. Her friends had cats. Her friends had birds. Lisa didn't have any pets. She didn't have a dog. She didn't have a cat. She didn't have a bird. "Can I have a dog, Daddy?" Lisa asked. Daddy said no. He said a dog barked too much. "Can I have a cat, Daddy?" Lisa asked. Daddy said no. He said a cat meowed too much. "Can I have a bird, Daddy?" Lisa asked. Daddy said no. He said a bird sang too much. "All my friends have pets. Can't I have just one pet?" she asked. "Okay," Daddy said, "but it must be a quiet pet. I'll buy you a quiet pet." He went to the pet store. He bought a pet. He gave Lisa her new pet. "Daddy, it's a goldfish," Lisa said. The big family lived in a one-bedroom apartment. Their apartment had only one bedroom. Mom and Dad slept in the bedroom. The two babies also slept in the bedroom. 4 people slept in the bedroom. 4 children slept in the living room. 2 sisters slept in the living room. 2 brothers slept in the living room. All 4 of them slept in the living room. They slept on air mattresses. They leaned the air mattresses against the wall in the daytime. They put the air mattresses on the floor in the nighttime. They all liked to sleep on the air mattresses, but the girls didn't like to sleep next to the boys. "Daddy, we don't like to sleep next to the boys. We want our own bedroom. When will we get our own bedroom?" asked one girl. "You'll get your own bedroom when I get a better job," Daddy said. He cut open the lettuce. The lettuce had brown spots in it. He cut open the avocado. The avocado had brown spots in it. He cut open the apple. The apple had brown spots in it. He cut open the banana. The banana had brown spots in it. Everything had brown spots. Where did these brown spots come from? He hated these brown spots. He cut the brown spots out of the lettuce. He cut the brown spots out of the avocado. He cut the brown spots out of the apple. He cut the brown spots out of the banana. He threw all the brown spots into the trash. He said, "Goodbye, brown spots. I got rid of you. I got rid of all of you. Stay out of my fresh food." The brown spots said, "You got rid of us this time, but we will be back." The plane was waiting to take off. The plane was in line on the runway. One plane was ahead of it. Many planes were behind it. Everyone wanted to get up into the air. Everyone was tired of sitting on the ground. Planes are for flying, not sitting. Planes are like birds. Birds are for flying, not sitting. A man stood up. The flight attendant told him to sit down. The man ran to the bathroom. He locked the bathroom door. The flight attendant knocked on the door. She knocked and knocked. The man didn't come out. The flight attendant told the captain. The captain went back to the bathroom. He knocked on the bathroom door. The man didn't come out. He said, "Leave me alone. I want to be alone." The captain took the plane back to the airport. Everyone was angry at the man in the bathroom. Michael put a frozen burrito into the microwave. He sat down and read the newspaper. He read the sports section. He got up. He went to the microwave. He took out the burrito. It wasn't hot. It wasn't warm. It was still frozen. He had forgotten to turn on the microwave. He turned on the microwave and sat down again. Michael put some water into a pot. He put 2 eggs into the pot. He put the pot on the stove. He set the timer for 15 minutes. He sat down and read the newspaper. He read the business section. The timer went off. He got up. He went to the stove. The water wasn't hot. The water wasn't warm. The water was still cold. He had forgotten to turn on the burner. He turned on the burner. He set the timer again. Jeff saw the mailman. The mailman was walking toward Jeff's building. The mailman came to Jeff's building every day. He came every day at about 3 o'clock. Jeff was holding an envelope. The envelope was for his landlord. The envelope contained a check. The check was for his rent. The mailman came to Jeff's building. He put the mail in the mailboxes. Jeff said hello to the mailman. The mailman said hello to Jeff. Jeff gave the envelope to the mailman. The mailman walked away. He walked toward the next building. Jeff watched the mailman walk away. Jeff saw something fall to the sidewalk. It was white. It was a white envelope. Jeff picked it up. It was his envelope. Jeff called out to the mailman. The mailman didn't hear Jeff. Jeff changed his mind. He didn't call out again. He took his envelope to the post office. He walked into the doctor's office. The receptionist said hello. He said hello. She asked if he had an appointment. He said, "Yes, I have an appointment at 2 o'clock. She told him to sign in. He signed in. "Which doctor are you seeing?" she asked. "I'm seeing Dr. Evans," he said. She told him to take a seat. Dr. Evans would see him in a few minutes. He took a seat. He opened a magazine. The name of the magazine was Time. He looked at the date on the magazine. The date was November 17th, 2008. The magazine was 1 year old. He didn't mind. Old news was interesting. New news was interesting. He read the old news. It was about a new president. Barack Obama was the new president. He was the new President of the United States. Everyone was so happy. Finally, a black man was president. Good morning, Amanda. You look so nice today. Is that a new dress? Are those new shoes? Asked Fay. Good morning. You look nice too. No, it isn't a new dress. Yes, these are new shoes, Amanda said. I bought them at Macy's. They were on sale. Fay asked how much Amanda had paid. I paid $100 for these shoes, said Amanda. Fay asked what the regular price was. The regular price is $200, said Amanda. Fay said that was a good deal. Yes, it was a good deal, Amanda said. Amanda sat down at her desk. She did not like Fay. Fay was nosy. She asked too many questions. Fay was phony. If she said she liked something, she probably didn't. If she said she didn't like something, she probably did. Amanda always lied to Fay. Amanda had paid $25 for her shoes. She bought them at J.C. Penney. Carol said they must leave early. They were going to the airport. They were going to JFK Airport. We must leave 2 hours early, she said. You never know what can go wrong. What can go wrong? Clint asked. We get on the train. We take the train to JFK Airport. Nothing can go wrong. Of course something can go wrong, she said. Something can always go wrong. They left 2 hours early. They got on the wrong train. They didn't know they were on the wrong train. The train made many stops. Finally, it got to the last stop. Everyone got off the train. This isn't JFK Airport. Where are we? Carol asked another passenger. The passenger said they were on the wrong train. We are on the wrong train, she yelled at Clint. It's a good thing we left 2 hours early, Clint said. I hear something, Ben told the doctor. What do you hear? Asked the doctor. Ben heard a buzz. The buzz sounded like a mosquito. It sounded like a mosquito was in his ear. Which ear? Asked the doctor. Both ears, said Ben. Do you hear a buzz all the time? The doctor asked. Yes, I hear a buzz all the time, Ben said. The doctor looked in Ben's left ear. The doctor looked in Ben's right ear. Are any mosquitoes in my ears? Asked Ben. No, said the doctor. No mosquitoes are in your ears. Ben asked, So why do I hear a buzz in my ears? You have tinnitus, said the doctor. Tinnitus? What's that? Ben asked. The doctor said tinnitus is a buzzing sound. Can you fix it? Ben asked. No, I cannot fix it. You have to live with it, said the doctor. Emma went downtown. She had to take a test. It was a big test. It was her citizenship test. It was her test to become a U.S. citizen. The test had 100 questions. She had studied all 100 questions. She knew the answers to all 100 questions. She knew the colors of the flag. The flag is red, white, and blue. She knew how many stripes are on the flag. 13 stripes are on the flag. She knew how many stars are on the flag. 50 stars are on the flag. She knew the capital of the United States. Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States. She knew all the answers. She entered the Federal Building downtown. She waited for them to call her name. They called her name. She went into the interview room. The interviewer asked, "What is your Social Security number?" Jason read the news. He watched the news. He listened to the news. The swine flu was coming. The swine flu was dangerous. The swine flu was a killer. It killed people. Everyone should get a shot. Jason was not worried about the swine flu. He was healthy. "I am as healthy as a horse," he said. "I never get the flu. I never get sick." Jason was a talk show host. He talked on the radio. He talked for 3 hours every day. He said, "I'm not getting a swine flu shot." A doctor called Jason. The doctor told Jason to get a shot. He said, "Come to my office. I'll give you a free shot." Jason said no. He was as healthy as a horse. 1 month later, Jason didn't go to work. He didn't go to work for a week. He had the swine flu. It was Emily's 10th birthday. She was 10 years old. She was so happy. "I'm so happy," she said. "I'm finally 10. 10 is 2 numbers. 10 is an adult number. 10 is a grown-up number. I'm an adult now. I'm a grown-up. I used to be 9. 9 is a kid number. 9 is for kids. I'm not a kid anymore." Her sister Irene said, "Of course you're still a kid. Teenagers are kids. You're not even a teenager yet. You're in 5th grade. 5th grade is for kids. 12th grade is for kids too. When you are 18, you will be in 12th grade. You will still be a kid. You will be a kid for 8 more years." Emily said, "No, you're a kid. You're only 7. 7 is a kid." Irene said she wasn't 7. She said she was 7 and a half. She was 40. She was tired. She felt tired all the time. She went to the doctor. The doctor asked, "What's the matter? What's your problem?" She said, "I'm tired. I feel tired all the time." The doctor examined her. The doctor asked her a lot of questions. The doctor asked for a blood sample. He took some blood from her arm. The doctor asked for a urine sample. He told her to pee in a cup. A week later, the doctor called her. He said, "Your samples are okay. There is nothing wrong with you. You are tired because you don't exercise. You need to exercise. Take a walk every day. Ride a bike every day. Walk upstairs every day. If you exercise, you won't feel tired." She didn't believe her doctor. She didn't exercise. If I exercise, she thought, I will feel even more tired. Mom took Carol to the stable. Their horse was in the stable. They walked over to Sugar. Sugar was their horse. "Say hello to Sugar," Mom said. Carol said, "Hello, Sugar." Mom gave a carrot to Sugar. Sugar ate the carrot. He ate the carrot fast. Mom gave a carrot to Carol. Mom said, "Now you feed Sugar." Carol gave the carrot to Sugar. Sugar ate the carrot. "He ate it so fast," said Carol. Mom said, "Yes, Sugar eats carrots very fast." Carol said, "We should give him a new name. We should call him Carrot. Why is his name Sugar?" Mom said, "He likes sugar too. Watch this." Mom took some sugar cubes out of her pocket. She held them in her hand. She gave them to Sugar. Sugar ate the sugar cubes. He ate them fast. "Let me give some sugar to Sugar," Carol said. "Eat your vegetables, Mikey," Mom said. "I am eating my vegetables," Mikey said. He was eating the sliced carrots. He was eating the sliced carrots one by one. He was eating them one at a time. He picked up one sliced carrot with his fork. He looked at it. He slowly put it in his mouth. He slowly chewed it. Finally, he swallowed it. Then he drank some water. Then he picked up another sliced carrot with his fork. Mom watched him. "Why do you hate vegetables, Mikey?" He said, "I don't hate vegetables. I hate carrots." "Why do you hate carrots?" Mom asked. "Because they don't taste good," Mikey said. "But they are good for you," Mom said. "They are good for your eyes. They help you to see well. Don't you want to see well?" "Not if I have to see carrots," Mikey said. Karen had a new job. She was a real estate agent. Clients called her up. Clients emailed her. Clients wanted an apartment. Karen showed them apartments. The clients didn't like the apartments. Karen showed them more apartments. The clients still didn't like the apartments. She showed many apartments to many clients, but nobody rented an apartment. Tanya was Karen's boss. Tanya yelled at Karen. "You have worked here for 4 months," she yelled. "You haven't rented one apartment yet. You are no good. You should quit. You should find another job. You are not a good real estate agent." Karen said, "I am a good real estate agent, but my clients have a big problem. They all want a penthouse, but they only have enough money for the basement." Tanya said that was not her problem. That was Karen's problem. "I will give you 2 more weeks," Tanya said. Sharon went to Target with Paula. Target was having a sale. Everything was on sale. It was the holiday season. It was the day after Thanksgiving. It was Black Friday. "Did someone die?" Paula asked her mom. Her mom said no. "Then why do they call it Black Friday?" Paula asked. "Businesses want to be in the black, honey," Sharon said. "If they are in the black, they are making money. If they are in the red, they are losing money. So today is a good day for businesses. They will make a lot of money today. They will be in the black. They won't be in the red." Paula was happy. She was happy because no one had died. She was happy because Christmas was next month. She was happy because Target was in the black. "Let's buy lots of stuff so Target can be extra black," Paula said. The old man drove to Burger. He was 82 years old. It was late at night. It was 11:30 p.m. He was hungry. He wanted something to eat. He went to the drive-thru. He ordered a double burger. He ordered large fries. He ordered a large coffee. He drove his car forward. He gave the clerk $6. He waited. She gave him his double burger. It smelled good. He couldn't wait to eat it. She gave him his large fries. They smelled good. He couldn't wait to eat them. She gave him his large cup of coffee. He couldn't wait to drink it. But the top wasn't on tight. The hot coffee spilled. It spilled into his lap. "Ouch!" he yelled. "Give me some ice." She gave him a large cup of ice. He poured it into his lap. "Ah," he said, "that feels better." The water was getting higher and higher. The rain was coming down. It kept raining and raining. Leslie was worried. "I'm worried," she said to her brother. She was worried about Moo. Moo was her cow. Moo was in the field. Moo was in the rain. Leslie didn't want Moo to drown. Moo was not a good swimmer. Leslie walked out to the field. Moo was standing in the field. Moo was wet. "Follow me, Moo," said Leslie. They started walking. Leslie slipped. She fell down. She hit her head on a rock. She passed out. Moo looked at Leslie. A cowbell was around Moo's neck. Moo shook her head. Moo shook her head again and again. The cowbell rang and rang. Leslie's brother heard the cowbell. He went out to the field. He found Moo and Leslie. He carried Leslie home. "You are a hero," he told Moo. Hank liked to drink beer. He drank beer every day. He drank 12 cans of beer every day. He liked to drive his truck. He liked to drive his truck and drink his beer. He threw the empty beer cans on the floor of his truck. Empty beer cans were on the passenger floor of his truck. He never got drunk. That's what he told his friends. "I never get drunk," he said. His friends didn't believe him. "Of course you get drunk," they said. "Don't drink and drive." He didn't listen to his friends. One day Hank drove home from work. He came to an intersection. The light at the intersection was red. He didn't see the red light. He hit a police car. He didn't see the police car either. He went to jail. He didn't like jail. He couldn't drink beer. He had to drink water. Jerry watched gangster movies. He loved gangster movies. Gangsters were cool. They were rich. They had pretty girlfriends. They drove fast cars. They had guns. They shot enemies with their guns. They shot police with their guns. They shot each other with their guns. Jerry wasn't rich. He didn't have a pretty girlfriend. He didn't have a fast car. But he had a gun. It was a small gun. It fit into his pocket. He walked around with his gun in his pocket. He liked to walk around with his gun in his pocket. That's what gangsters did. One day Jerry was shopping at Walmart. He put his hand into his pocket. He accidentally pulled the trigger. His gun fired. The bullet went into Jerry's foot. The ambulance came. The police came. The ambulance took Jerry to the hospital. Then the police took Jerry to jail. The police chased the car. The car didn't stop. The driver drove faster and faster. The driver went downtown. The driver drove on the sidewalks. The driver drove through parking lots. The driver drove through red lights. The driver drove like a crazy man. "That driver drives like a crazy man," said one policeman. The police followed the driver. They drove on the sidewalks. They drove through parking lots. They drove through red lights. The driver crashed into a newsstand. The car stopped. The newsstand owner looked at the car. The driver got out. The newsstand owner yelled at him. "You owe me money," he yelled. "You owe me $10,000. You crashed into my newsstand. You destroyed my newsstand." The driver said, "No problem." He gave the owner $10,000 cash. Of course, it wasn't the driver's money. It was stolen money. It was a stolen car. The police arrived. Sammy won the lottery. He was so happy. He jumped up and down. "I won the lottery. I'm rich. Life is great," he yelled. He checked the numbers online again. 2, 22, 3, 33, 4, and 44. Yes, those were the winning numbers. Yes, those were the numbers on his ticket. The mega number was 44. The mega number on his ticket was 44. He was so rich. His ticket was worth $41 million before taxes. He was going to buy a new house. He was going to buy a new car. He was going to buy a new boat. Oh, life was so great. He took his ticket to the liquor store. He showed it to the clerk. "I won! I won!" he told the clerk. The clerk checked the numbers. "You won! You won!" he said. Then the clerk ran out of the store with Sammy's ticket. "Where is the mustard?" asked a prisoner. "There is no mustard," said the cook. "We ran out of mustard. We have no more mustard. We'll get more mustard tomorrow." The prisoner looked at his hot dog. A hot dog without mustard is not a hot dog. "I can't eat this hot dog without mustard," he yelled. "A hot dog without mustard is not a hot dog. I want some mustard." The other prisoners heard him yelling. They started yelling too. "We want mustard! We want mustard!" The cook said, "Shut up! Eat your hot dogs. We have plenty of mayonnaise. Put mayonnaise on your hot dogs." The prisoners were angry. "Don't tell us to shut up," they yelled. They threw their hot dogs at the cook. They threw their hot dogs at the guards. They threw their hot dogs at one another. They threw their hot dogs without mustard everywhere. It was December 18th. It was snowing. It was the day of the big game. The big game was a football game. It was a football game between two high schools. One high school was in Smallville. One high school was in Grandville. The big game was the game of the year. Everyone went to the game. Everyone wanted their team to win. Everyone wanted the other team to lose. The record between the two teams was even. Smallville had won 40 games. Grandville had won 40 games. This was the 81st game. The two mayors made a bet. The mayor of the losing town had to shovel snow. He had to shovel snow off the other mayor's driveway. He had to shovel snow off the other mayor's sidewalk. The big game ended in a tie. The final score was 17-17. Both mayors were happy. "I hate mowing my lawn," said Gil. "Every week I have to mow my lawn. Every week for 6 months I have to mow my lawn. What can I do?" "You should dig it up," said Brenda. "Take out all the grass. Pave your yard. Make a concrete yard. Then you won't have to mow it. You don't have to mow concrete. Grass grows, but concrete doesn't grow." Gil thought that was a bad idea. "That's a bad idea," he said. "Concrete is hot. Concrete is ugly. Concrete is hard. Nobody wants a concrete yard," he said. "I have another idea," said Brenda. "Buy a goat. A goat will eat all your grass. A goat loves to eat grass. Get rid of your dog. Your dog doesn't eat grass. Your dog is lazy. A goat is a hard worker." Gil said that was a good idea. Kathy said, "Here, Kitty, Kitty." But Kitty didn't come. Where was Kitty? Kitty always came home for dinner. Kathy said it again. "Here, Kitty, Kitty." But Kitty didn't come. Kathy stayed up late. She waited for Kitty to come in. Kitty always came in through the pet door. Kathy finally fell asleep. She woke up the next morning. "Here, Kitty, Kitty," she said. But Kitty was not home. Where could Kitty be? Kathy thought. Where could Kitty be? Kathy called the police. A policeman answered the phone. "My cat didn't come home last night," Kathy said. "I'm sorry to hear that," said the policeman. "What is your cat's name?" Kathy said her cat's name was Kitty. "That's a nice name," said the policeman. "What color is Kitty?" Kathy said that Kitty was black. "Okay, don't worry," said the policeman. "We'll find Kitty. Someone probably ran over her." She found a book in her basement. It was an old book. She opened the book. It was a library book. It was an old library book. The library card was inside the front cover. The due date was on the library card. She looked at the due date. The due date was 30 years ago. Oh my goodness, she thought. I wonder how much money that is, she thought. I wonder how much money I owe. She didn't know what to do. She thought about it. I can just throw the book out, she thought. No one will know. No one will know if I just throw the book out. She threw the book out. She threw the book into the trash can. She thought about it. She felt bad. I shouldn't throw a book into the trash can, she thought. She took it out of the trash can. Eddie made a sandwich. He made a sandwich for lunch. He made a turkey sandwich for lunch. He put 2 slices of bread in the toaster. He pushed down the toaster handle. He took some turkey out of the refrigerator. He sliced the turkey. He put it into the microwave. He sliced an onion. He sliced a tomato. He put the toast on a plate. He put the turkey on the toast. He put the onion on the toast. He put the tomato on the toast. He ate the sandwich. He washed the plate. He washed the knife. He looked at the kitchen floor. Water was on the kitchen floor. Something was leaking. He looked under the kitchen sink. He looked at the garbage disposal. Water was dripping from the garbage disposal. Water was dripping onto the kitchen floor. The garbage disposal was old. Eddie needed to replace it. The garbage disposal was old. It was leaking water. Eddie needed to replace it. He opened his toolbox. He took a screwdriver out of his toolbox. The garbage disposal had 3 screws. He unscrewed the 3 screws. He took the garbage disposal out. He put it on the kitchen floor. He wanted to take it to the store. He wanted to buy a new one at the store. But there was a problem. The garbage disposal was connected to a cable. It was the electric cable. Eddie didn't know much about electricity. He knew that electricity was dangerous. He knew that electricity could kill him. He put the garbage disposal back. He screwed in the 3 screws. He put tape over the electric switch on the wall. Now he could not turn on the garbage disposal. He called his landlord. He said she needed to replace the garbage disposal. It was a new red bike. It was a brand new red bike. He loved his brand new red bike. He had paid $300 for it. It was a mountain bike. It had 12 gears. He rode his bike everywhere. He rode up steep hills. He rode down steep hills. He rode on dirt roads. He rode on sidewalks. He rode on city streets. He loved his brand new red mountain bike. He bought a lock for his bike. It was a strong lock. It cost $50. He locked his bike all the time. He went to the library one evening. He locked his bike to the bike rack. He went into the library. He was there for 2 hours. He left the library. He walked to the bike rack. Where was his bike? His bike was gone. The bike lock was on the ground. It was cut in 2. It was Easter Sunday. Mom gave a little basket to Michelle. Mom told her to look for Easter eggs. The Easter eggs were in the backyard. "What do Easter eggs look like?" Michelle asked. Mom said, "They look just like regular eggs, but they are colored. They are red, they are blue, they are yellow, they are many different colors." "Why are they red? Do they come from red hens?" Michelle asked. "No," Mom said, They are red because Daddy and I colored them red. They are blue because we colored them blue. They are yellow because we colored them yellow. Michelle asked, "Why did you color the eggs?" Mom said, "It's an Easter tradition." A tradition is something people do every year. Michelle went into the backyard. She found 6 Easter eggs. "Next year, you can help us color the eggs," Mom said. "Oh, yes," said Michelle. He called the hotel. He asked for a room for one night. He drove to the hotel. He checked into the hotel. The clerk gave him the room key. He went to his room. He took the sheets off the bed. He took the pillowcases off the pillows. He went into the bathroom. He took the towels off the towel rack. He took the little bar of soap out of the soap dish. He opened his travel bag. He took 2 sheets out of his travel bag. He took 2 pillowcases out of his travel bag. He took a towel out of his travel bag. He took a fresh bar of soap out of his travel bag. He put his sheets on the bed. He put his pillowcases on the pillows. He put his towel on the towel rack. He put his soap in the soap dish. He took her little dog for a walk. It was just a walk. Barker didn't have to poop. He had already pooped that morning. They walked by moonbucks. People were sitting outside moonbucks. People were drinking coffee. People were eating muffins. People were reading newspapers. People were using their computers. It was a warm, sunny day. Suddenly, Barker stopped. He squatted. He pooped on the sidewalk. He pooped in front of everyone. He pooped in public. "Barker, shame on you!" she yelled. She ran into Moonbucks. She went into the bathroom. She grabbed a paper toilet seat cover. She went back outside. She picked up the poop with the paper toilet seat cover. She took the poop back inside. She flushed it down the toilet. She asked the Moonbucks clerk for a large cup of hot water. She poured it on the brown spot on the sidewalk. Mr. Hooper was a teacher. He taught English 101. He taught English 101 at a small college. His students were not rich. His students were poor. Books cost a lot of money. The English 101 book cost a lot of money. Mr. Hooper had a good idea. He wrote his own book. He wrote his own English 101 book. The book was 100 pages. He put the book online. His students downloaded the book. His students printed all 100 pages. The new book was cheap. The new book was cheap to print. His students liked the new book. They thanked Mr. Hooper. Mr. Hooper talked to the math teacher. Mr. Miller taught Math 101. He liked the new book idea. He wrote his own Math 101 book. His students downloaded the new book. They printed the new book. They liked the new Math 101 book. They thanked Mr. Miller.